So,
Jeebus.
right. What are we doing this fine episode on this fine Therapy Thursday?
We're doing something fine, apparently.
We're doing something fine.
We
It's
are.
Thursday.
We're talking comedy films. Which ones are the best? Which ones are the must-sees? Which ones do you watch over and over and can't get enough of? I want to know.
You got to check it out. Watch this and we'll see you shortly.
Guys talking, saying anything, nothing new to say, talking anyway. Stop yammering, can't hear a thing, nothing I can do. So let's have one more brew. One more brew. Let's have one more brew. One more brew. Stop talking, try listening, try anything, try whistling. There you go again, saying anything, nothing I can do. So let's have one more brew. One more brew. Let's have one more brew. One more brew.
That's Dude.
Dude.
And welcome to Lazyboys Night.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh. Oh, big head. Big
Oh.
head.
Oh, ooh, ah.
I still, ooh, that tastes good. Just the head. Name your sex tape. I still have a bit in the can, but...
Too easy, folks. Too easy.
What are we drinking? This is the Hazerbeam NEIPA. It's a NEIPA.
NEIPA.
It's from Broken Stick Brewing Company. Ooh.
Oh, Broken Stick. I love Broken Stick. Look at that. Almost the exact same thing.
We got a great head on this.
Too easy.
All
folks.
right. Hang on.
What? Are you sucking on your head?
Oh, dude, that's... No, you went too far there. You went too far.
There's no such thing as too far.
Yes, there is.
No, there's not. Let us know if there is such a thing as going too far. Okay, are you done playing with your head?
You see that line behind you there?
That's behind me.
All right.
I'm going forward.
Cheers.
Always go straight ahead.
Watch this.
Okay, what? You'll love this. This is an awesome song. Okay.
Nipola. Oh, that's good.
Fantastic.
Well done, Broken Stick Hazerbeam.
Wow.
I'm not sure I get what the drawing... You know what this kind of reminds
It's a
me of?
laser beam. It's a robot.
I don't know why, but it reminds me of Duck Dodgers of the 24th century. I don't know why. It doesn't even look like a duck. But
No,
it
it's
just...
Donald Duck.
No, that Dodgers was Daffy Duck.
Daffy Duck. One spits and one...
They both have speech impediments. It's a duck thing, apparently.
It's a duck thing. Ducking ducks.
All right, so what's on the agenda for tonight, dude?
Drinking.
Drinking.
Copious amounts of beverages.
Beverages?
Drinks.
That's always on the agenda, but what else?
I think on this fine Therapy Thursday, it's appropriate for us to share with them and for them to share with us. And we do a crappy ball of mystery. What a world. What a world.
All right, I want to read this time. It's been a while.
Yeah, you haven't read in a while?
I haven't read in a while. Literacy, you got to practice it. All right. Eeny, meeny, miny. What do I want? Well, this one. All right.
Is that what the one?
It looks like a paper
Take
airplane.
that one.
I want this one. Oh, geez, it's a long one. I want to trade. Oh.
Too late.
This one was meant for you. It's a long one. Name your sex tape. Oh, still too easy? Okay.
Too easy. Name your sex tape.
Ow. All right.
Oh,
This is a really long one.
I'm not going to say it again, folks.
What 6 comedy movies could you or do you watch over and over and you think is a must-see at least once in your lifetime?
Wow.
Signed, Stephanie from New Hampshire.
Oh,
Hey, Stephanie,
Steph,
we haven't
how's
heard
it
from you in a
going?
while. All right.
Nice.
So,
You're
6
still
comedy
chiming in.
movies.
And we know for a fact that's a new question.
Yay!
Because we wrapped things up
We
back
did.
in June.
So, what 6 comedy movies could you or do you watch over and over and you think is a must-see at least once in your lifetime?
Yeah. You did the same thing as me. I go, okay, fair. Okay,
Yeah, you guys can't see the full collection. You're just seeing a few shelves here.
So
there's more all over the place.
What we'll do to make this more interesting, we'll go pull media, we'll go pull DVDs, physical media. We'll go. Okay, so for you, it's gonna be a fraction.
We'll be right back.
Well, yeah, so we're gonna go do that. We're gonna go grab our stuff, and we'll be right back.
Snap us in?
Oh, I would love to do that. Okay, we're gonna snap back with a few movies. So how many is it?
6, so 3 each.
Okay, 3 each. We're
Yeah,
gonna go
proper 6-pack.
Okay, we're gonna do a 6-pack of our favorite comedies.
Yes.
Okay, and 3.
The ones
2,
that we do, the ones that we could or do watch over and over again, must-see comedies.
Okay, got it. Okay.
Hey!
We did it!
We did it!
You ready? Okay, you ready? What happened? You did it.
You did it!
No, we did it!
We did it!
We did it! We did it! We did it! Yay! Always team up! We did it! We went over the bridge and past the troll. Yeah, we did it! We did it! We did it!
We did it!
We did it!
Yeah.
We did it! Ah, forget Dora. Okay. So,
Dora.
I gotta say, before, when we were picking, I had to rack my brain because comedy is a very
This was
general
not
term.
easy.
Because comedy is a general term, because let's face it, you've got your standard comedies.
Yeah.
You've got your rom-coms.
Yeah.
You've got your action comedies like buddy cop movies.
Did we do an
You've got-
episode on this before?
I don't think we did on comedy specifically. You've got
Yes,
your...
we did. Oh, we did. I'll go look for you. There's an episode. I remember we did an episode
We
on
did one about
comedies.
horror films.
No, we did one about comedies too.
I don't remember.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Right here.
You've got
Dude,
your
right here. There is one.
You've got your absurd comedies. There's so many genres, so I tried to pick and choose different genres of comedies rather than just stick with.
We've been doing
Okay,
this for
yeah.
so long, we forget what kind of episodes we've done.
All
Good
right.
thing we have Dude with us to
So, Dude,
try to rack our brains.
I'm going to give you the honor of going with your first one.
Okay, so pick first one. So, with that, that's an awesome question, Steph. That is an awesome question and was not easy because there's my favorite overall movie is comedies. For me, I just absolutely
your genre.
adore. That's
Yeah.
my go-to. I
It's
just
hard to
love
go
having
wrong.
a good
Oh, yeah.
time. I love laughing. I like every single part of it. So, for me, the very first one I went for is my favorite comedy of all time.
Ooh.
That I could quite literally, and we had a question about this too, if we had the music or film.
Yeah.
Okay, so
That one
in
could be on play over and over again.
For me,
Yeah.
this movie could 100% be on playover. I could watch this every single day, and it's Dumb and Dumber.
Want to hear the most annoying sound in the world? That is a classic.
Dumb and Dumber.
Jim Carrey at the height of his
Jeff
career.
Daniels in a role that he had never done before, and in that it was unreal. It's this movie from very, and the music is, we were talking, we had the episode
Soundtrack has a
Put
great
that down.
soundtrack.
Go check this episode. We talk about how important the soundtrack is.
Oh, yeah.
This is one of the best soundtracks ever.
The Ballad of Peter Pumpkinhead. Love that song right
But
on that
the
soundtrack.
whole, as soon as it starts off,
Oh, yeah.
and you have the limo, and we've talked about this before, I'm sure, but the whole...
Throw
and
some shrimp on the barbecue.
so he's driving up with the limo, and Jim Carrey is the chauffeur, but he pulls up. You could see the like, you know for a fact that he's jumping. It's done brilliantly, and he's jumping through the limo, gets at the back, just drops the window, and it's a gorgeous, gorgeous woman.
That's a lovely accent you have. New Jersey?
Austria.
Austria? Well then, good day, mate. Let's put another shrimp on the barbie.
Thinking Australia, and I'm going, I'm gonna love this movie so much.
It's crude humor. There's a lot of literally bathroom humor. The whole industrial laxative.
That is
scene.
a guy movie, big time.
But nonetheless, this is, you know how typically you have the straight man and the bumbling idiot? No, here you've got the idiot and the idiot.
They shot the straight man right in the head.
Yeah.
Said, Okay, you two dummies,
Yeah.
get in here.
And,
Literally.
and yeah, this is at the height of Jim Carrey's
Oh.
career. He started with Ace Ventura as the one that launched him.
Yeah.
He did The Mask. He did, and Dumb and Dumber was right in that peak period where he was like the highest paid actor.
I could
and-
name off
oh, yeah.
so many different parts of this movie that I like. I could go through the whole thing. But even just the scene when they finally the van they switch it off for that little motorbike.
You totally redeem yourself.
And you just have one
The
scene.
Frozen.
Everything about it, man. It's
Oh, yeah.
awesome. If you've never seen Dumb and Dumber, okay. Full disclosure, you absolutely have to be able to enjoy leaving your brain at
Yeah.
the door.
It's
and just
moronic.
having fun.
It's moronic, gross out humor.
There's nothing redeeming about it in any way. You're not going to get any life lessons.
Nope.
You're not going to learn anything.
Nope.
It's not going to help you evolve.
But
as a
you're gonna
human
laugh
being,
your ass off.
But you're going to laugh your ass off.
Yeah.
You're gonna forget for whatever the running time is. For that moment.
Yeah.
You're going to forget everything that's going on in life at that very moment. And that's what proper escapism is. That's what movies exist. And this, to me, is number one when it comes to that.
All right. My pick, I saw this movie when I was very, very young. And it was my first exposure to absurd comedy. If you're not familiar with absurd comedy, is the kind of comedy where
I'm curious, big time.
it doesn't make necessarily sense. There's a lot of anachronisms. There's a lot of breaking the fourth wall. There's a lot of sight gags that just don't fit, but makes the situation more ridiculous.
Okay.
And I've seen this movie dozens of times, and to me, it's still one of the great classics from Mel Brooks. History of the World, Part
Yes!
1.
Bravo!
This
That's
is
an
an
awesome
early
movie.
80s movie.
Yeah, Mel
and it
Brooks.
still stands
Wow.
today as one of the greats. This features an all-star cast of the era. The cream of the comedy crop doing absurd bits about world
I've
history.
watched it recently, actually. Again.
Oh, it's funny. I mean,
Like, I don't get sick of it.
just like weird little side gags, like you see Moses coming down the Mount Sinai with 3 tablets.
Hear me! Oh, hear me! All pay heed! The Lord Jehovah, has given unto you these 10 commandments for all to obey.
That's awesome.
The whole thing with the Roman Empire,
Oh my God.
and it's just there's so much in there. It's every 30 seconds there's a sight gag or an anachronism or a witty joke or boom, and you are just bombarded with clever, witty, and absurd humor.
Buy yogurt.
And yogurt. Thanks. You're welcome. And may the Schwartz be with you. What a world, what a world.
Open that glove compartment. You got it.
That's Mel Brooks, though.
Oh, yeah,
Now,
Mel.
if you watch a Mel Brooks comedy, always look at the background, look at costumes, expressions. The biggest thing that I've noticed, if you watch like Blazing Saddles and this
Another
one
great one.
or
Spaceballs.
Spaceballs, always look at the actors in the back. I don't know if they're
Oh, yeah.
if they're directed to do it, but they have facial expressions that are absolutely hilarious because they're reacting to the
Oh yeah,
situation.
they don't know what's going on, and the
Oh
leads
my
are
God.
doing their comedy
I laugh
shtick.
almost more what's going on in the background than what's going on in the foreground with the actual protagonists of the movie. I'm like, there's all this other stuff going on too.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
brilliant.
All right, what's your next pick?
My next pick is I love comedies, and right after is westerns. Like they're so close, but westerns for me is in the action.
So you would love Blazing Saddles, obviously, Mel Brooks comedy western.
So
Yeah.
I did. I love Blazing Saddles. But for me, the ultimate mashup of comedy and western has to be Three Amigos.
We actually reviewed
had
this
this,
movie
so
in
check
our
that
first
out.
season.
Yeah.
Three Amigos was ahead of its time.
It was.
People did not get it
No.
because it was, again, slightly absurdist, but at the same time, they took adventure to a level never seen before. And the comic genius of Steve Martin, Martin Short, and Chevy Chase
Oh
was
my
just
God.
beyond belief.
If you like absurd comedy, you'll love it. If you love westerns, you'll love it. If you love anything that's, I'm not saying making fun of, but almost an homage to.
It's kind of a spoof.
Because one of my favorite westerns of all time is The Magnificent Seven.
Dun, 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 dun.
So
Dun, 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 dun,
they're
dun.
absolutely playing on
Oh.
The Magnificent Seven, and having 3 Hollywood actors in the heyday of Hollywood
The 30s. Yeah.
and being that ignorant.
Oh, it's
Like,
it's brilliant.
You're freaking.
It's brilliant. We've discussed this film at
Yeah.
length in
So,
another episode, but
Go
certainly-
check it out. Go
certainly
check
on the
our
list.
episode where we talk about the movie. But for me, again, that's another one I've seen. I can't even imagine how many times I've seen it, and I still enjoy it as much. If
yeah.
I watch it right now, I enjoy it as much as the first time. Now, probably not the first time, because the first time it blew me away. It was genius.
I had a playlist at one point, and just in the middle of all these rocking songs, I found My Little Buttercup has the sweetest smile.
I have it on the playlist too. Yeah.
That's too funny.
Oh my god! But
All right.
every single, again, you know what? Most of these films I'm going to bring out is that they hit you as soon as you start off. It's like, I know I'm going to love this.
Oh yeah.
You can't, if this is how you're starting off.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Hey,
the rest of it's
you,
going to be.
look at me! Look at me! Look at me!
Whippoorwill! Whippoorwill! Look up here! Look up here! Look up here! Ha! Hey! You! Look! Ha! Up here! Up here! Up here! Whoop! Whoop! Ha! Ha! Go! 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 Hey, you guys!
Check it out.
Check it out.
Nobody's
You'll
talking
see.
about every part
All
of
right. My next pick, I'm straying for the absurd. I already touched the absurd with Mel Brooks. I went for a different genre. I went for the comedy adventure.
Ah.
I like good action flicks too. This is less necessarily an action. It's not like a buddy cop thing. There's a lot of great.
Well, it's
films
like almost like a mix for me for
Yeah.
the westerns and comedy.
Yeah, you know, Beverly Hills Cop and all these. They're great
Yeah,
comedy action.
yeah.
But this one is it's one of my all-time favorite films. It's technically classified as a comedy because it ends well. There is some humor in it, but it's mainly an adventure.
Huh.
This is one of the all-time great films, I believe.
Folks, I'm doing everything I can to look into his eyes and not look down at what he's picked. Because we don't know what we picked. Like, we have no idea what the other one picked. So as he's speaking, and I'm super invested, I want to see what he's talking about. Because you're building it up very well. I'm trying as best as I can not to look down. So I don't
would
know
dare
if you
say-
guys can see, but I'm looking here.
I would dare say this is the perfect movie.
Whoa, damn.
Da da da.
Oh, wow.
Back to the Future. This is the trilogy box set. I'm really
Wow.
talking specifically about Back to the Future 1.
Yeah.
To me, this is the perfect movie. It's got humor. It's got adventure. It's got heart. It's got a little bit of everything. Michael J. Fox has such perfect comedic
And it's
timing.
funny because they wouldn't consider that as a comedy, but it is.
It is a comedy.
It is a comedy.
It is a comedy. It's a comedy. It's an adventure. It's a family film. It's so many things. But at the end of the day,
Yeah.
it ends well. That's what a comedy technically is supposed to be. But Michael J. Fox's charm is what makes it funny. Originally, they couldn't get Michael J. Fox scheduling problems, and they got Eric Stoltz to play it.
He was in Family Ties. Folks, have you ever seen
Yeah.
Family Ties?
And with filming with Eric, they filmed for like 5 weeks, and it just wasn't working. And then something happened with the schedule of Michael J. Fox, and they could get him. They fired the other guy, and they reshot
Every scene. Yeah.
every scene for the last 5 weeks.
That's wild, eh?
And
When
they
was he
said
shooting because of the schedule?
they had to shoot at night because Michael J. Fox was still filming Family Ties during the day.
Yeah.
He would literally
He was doing
shoot a
two
TV
jobs,
show,
yeah.
get in the limo, catch a few Z's in the limo, go film at night as much as possible, except for on the weekends when they have the outdoor day
all
shots.
those scenes that you see like at the mall and everything else in Back to the Future,
Yeah.
It was literally at night because there's no CGI.
Or anything that's indoors was filmed at night. Because
so you imagine he went through a whole day of shooting
for
his
months,
TV show,
for
which
months,
was
he did just a few hours sleep.
he was like in that Family Ties back when and at that moment it was like
it was one of the top, it was one of the top rated sitcoms.
Guaranteed. It was one of the top rated sitcoms. So it's scheduled go, and he would leave to go do that. And you look, and that's even more impressive realizing that, because you look at his performance in the movie and you're going, this guy was burnt out,
and
man.
he's so spot on.
It's like
he's
unreal.
spot on. And his delivery of lines, his expressions, his body language, his everything.
He's a peeping Tom.
Was just funny but believable. It's like it's a fish out of water story. You're traveling back in time and you intercept your parents and you mess up their meeting and you have to fix it, all the while figuring out a way to get back home to get back to the future. And it to me, this is one of the all-time greatest films ever made.
Great Canadian, by the way.
Yeah.
Hey, wait a minute.
What?
No, I'll say it at the end. I just noticed something that I wasn't even aware that was happening.
Martin Short, Three Amigos, also Canadian.
Yeah, and what was the one before? Dumb and Dumber.
Dumb and Dumber, Jim Carrey,
Jim
also
Carrey,
Canadian. Mel Brooks is not Canadian, sadly.
Well, okay, yeah.
Anyways,
but still, there's
a lot of great Canadians out there. Anyways,
we're funny people.
That is my second pick.
We're funny.
That is my second pick.
That's an awesome pick. I never even would have thought of that.
Yeah, a different genre of comedy.
Very cool.
All right, what's your third pick?
My third pick is, again, obviously the question was something I could watch over and over again, and I took it as I could watch it over and again and never get tired of it, and I'm not tired of it, and I recommend to anybody, so I 100% recommend Dumb and Dumber. If you've never seen it, do it. You've never seen Three Amigos, do it. The movie I'm going to show you now is where this specific actor, to me, his career started at this moment, because this is when he started developing certain characters that he would
okay, now I'm curious, like you were before.
He would develop even more so and use it in other franchises that he started. But this is the essence of those characters and where they started off, and is one of those comedies that was completely overlooked at the box office. And still today, if you go into any type of media, if you're looking at what we do for you and I, we're big time on physical media, so DVDs, Blu-rays, and all that fun stuff. It's still something that's overlooked, but to me, it's still one of the best of his movies, and that is So I Married an Axe Murderer. Mike Myers.
I think another great Canadian.
That's why I was freaking out. I'm going, oh my god, I picked the Mike Myers movie.
I will say, I think that is one of the most underrated films of all time. Hilarious,
folks,
and you can
seriously.
see. And I see what you're saying, but there's hints of Dr. Evil in there. There's hints of Fat Bastard in there, both from the Austin Powers.
Austin Powers.
Yeah.
Charlie?
Yes?
Name one bad thing you've done.
Well, I've done bad things. But let's talk about you for a second. Tell me one bad thing that you've done, and it better be evil.
How evil?
Really evil. Like so evil that you would say it was evil. Like it's the fruits of the devil. Evil.
So if
Is
you
it so
watch...
even he would say it's evil? He does that for the first time there, and with head punch.
Exactly.
That's totally
His
Fat
dad,
Bastard.
his dad.
That is. Oh,
So-
it's brilliant beyond belief. Hilarious.
If you have time, like this is, to me, you know what? This conversation right now is a rainy weekend where you're gonna binge watch these movies.
Oh, yeah.
And you're gonna have a blast. If you're gonna do that, I highly recommend this movie, and then only once you've watched it, watch the Austin Powers, even if it's just the first one. But watch the Austin Powers movies, and you'll see the influence right away.
Oh yeah.
And you'll have a completely different appreciation of this. But this is Mike Myers, his brain, his imagination.
The seeds of future Mike Myers are in this film.
God,
And
it's still, of all the Mike Myers movies, it is today again still my favorite one of all for so many different reasons. But even for himself, you have the
great
ludicrous-
soundtrack.
Oh, again, another fantastic soundtrack.
Great sound. Oh yeah.
Great acting, great soundtrack. Oh my God, it's a fantastic film. I recommend it, of course. That's why I'm showing it to you.
My final pick. I went for a different genre again, and this was a groundbreaking movie. This is a movie that tried a medium that nobody else had ever really done in that style before. And the amount of laugh out loud moments in theaters. You know, in theaters, you people around you don't want to disturb, but it's one of those ah ha ha, and you're literally afraid you're gonna pee yourself in the theater.
Now I want to know big time.
Team America, World Police, America, yeah.
Oh,
these guys took
oh my God,
puppets and made an R-rated
yeah.
adventure film pushed to the nth degree.
God. Yeah, that's wild.
Okay, we can't play this here. The sex scene.
Okay, yeah, no, just go watch the movie.
Watch the unrated version. The sex scene alone with puppets. Your jaw's going to drop and go, oh my God, they did this. But beyond that, stuff like Matt Damon.
Matt Damon. Matt Damon. Matt Damon. Matt Damon. Matt Damon.
So, okay, full disclosure again, folks, is like, I'm a huge fan of this, and I know most of the dudes in our circle are huge fans of this as well, including too, because he can't stop laughing. He's just thinking of different scenes.
He's trying not to make noise right now.
He's like holding himself. Oh my God. So I have all these scenes running through my head, and I know Lude. Shout out to Lude. He was on our Canada Day special episode. One of our top shows as well. You know him well. He's been in our Six Packs, and I know for a fact this is one of his favorite movies too. He can't laugh. He could quote all this different stuff, and he just starts talking about it, and he breaks out laughing like you wouldn't believe. And to me, in my head, I was like, I'm trying to figure out
how did they come up with this stuff.
No, yeah, but who? Okay, so Matt and Trey,
the guys who created South Park, made this film.
So how they came up with that idea to do it? Because I mean, it's stop motion or it's puppetry.
It's actually puppets.
So it's stop motion.
No, it's not stop motion.
It's puppetry. Yeah, geez, sorry. Yeah. But one, to have the cojones to do that.
The cojones.
But two, it's like, who's your audience? And they found their audience, but I'm like, that's one of those movies where I'm not positive that everybody watching right now would actually enjoy it, or they'd be, you know what? Again,
shock value.
Just let it go. Enjoy, and even if you're shocked, enjoy the shock.
Side note: have you ever watched the TV show Stargate SG-1?
Yes.
It ran for 10 seasons.
Yes.
Starring Richard Dean Anderson, MacGyver, as Colonel. I can't remember his name. Colonel O'Neill. Colonel O'Neill.
There it is.
They had their 200th episode special. They did an episode. Well, they did an episode where they're afraid the Stargate program is going to be discovered, so they decide to have plausible deniability.
We're going full geek, folks.
Full geek.
We're going full geek. Put a helmet on. Put your goggles. We're going full geek.
Full geek. So what they decide to do is they need plausible deniability, and the best way to do that is to create some kind of media hype, so that if people say, "Oh, there are aliens," no, you just saw that on this film or this whatnot, just to say, "No, you're confused. This is the real world. Aliens don't exist. That's just," and so they're discussing different things to do about it, and they actually bring up Team America, World Police. They mention it. And then you have them all imagining, and you see the Stargate 1 characters all in puppets doing their thing, blah, blah, blah. It's just it's about a minute clip.
Yeah.
I wonder what we're gonna find on the other side.
Whatever it is, I'll bet it's amazing. Well, don't get too excited. It's just a simple recon.
Aren't you the least bit curious about what's out there?
Well, I'm just hoping we find some new meat for the team. Preferably something bald, mysterious. You know, the warrior type with lots of, muscles.
But it's just, that's how influential this was. It influenced one of the longest running and most successful sci-fi TV series of all time. To pay a tribute to a vulgar R-rated Trey Parker, Matt Stone
There's
movie.
so much shock to it. I am positive that people have walked out of that movie when they saw it in theaters.
So I can see some people
guaranteed I can see that. And I can see as well the fact that some people that sat in there, like myself, and could not leave for the same reason.
I was glued to the screen. I was like, oh
what?
my God.
What? How is this actually happening right now?
Oh, yeah.
Why did I pay for a ticket for this?
Oh, I never questioned why. I loved every moment of it.
But it wasn't until it was done, and everybody's leaving, and there's a few of us just sitting in our chairs going, that just happened.
I had a similar feeling with the first Borat film.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
Like,
the naked wrestling during the convention.
Yeah,
You're like,
yeah,
what? All right. You know what? I have a problem with this question.
What is the
6 films is not enough. There's so many great. So we've got our 3 main each, but I think there's a couple of honorable mentions we could do here.
Okay, so when we were picking through the physical media, DVDs and
I grabbed a few extras.
Yeah, same here. I was like, you know what? It actually is very, very difficult because I have a crazy list of. I probably could do. Maybe I could do my top. I could do a top 2, 4.
Oh,
top 2, 4. That would be interesting.
That'd be a long episode.
Yeah, but no, we could just run through them.
Oh, yeah,
right.
Yeah.
So we could do a top 3, 2, 4, and just go bump, 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 and a quick snippet.
But for now, let's just do a few honorable mentions.
So
what do you have,
just to say, I'm 100% on your side. It was very difficult, but my honorable mention for me was Bridesmaids.
Oh, man.
Bridesmaids. I don't know if you've seen this or not. If you haven't, have a look. This is quite literally the first full female ensemble comedy that was. It shocked me.
Oh, yeah.
It shocked me not only how funny all of the actresses were.
They're brilliant. They are brilliant at this.
But they went for. Because I'm not a fan, and if you've watched enough of our episodes and you've been with us for a while,
he's not into chick flicks.
I'm not. I can't stand it. I can't stand chick flicks, and I can't stand when they take female characters, put them in male roles, and pretend it's a girl movie or a chick flick or whatever. So. That whole gender thing of, okay, well, no, we're strong females. Like, no, that's a guy role that you're just putting a girl in a guy costume and it's a girl. No. But this, Bridesmaids, when I went into theaters, man, and I sat down, I laughed loud. Like, I'm surprised I wasn't kicked out of the theater. I could not stop laughing. And Melissa McCarthy at that point,
I was gonna say, to me,
that was her. Yeah, that moment.
I'd only ever seen her because I know we don't usually talk about this, but my wife.
What?
Yeah.
You're married?
Yes.
Why didn't you tell me that you were married?
Okay.
I've never heard this before. Why are we talking about this right now?
She was really into Gilmore Girls, where Melissa McCarthy was on that show.
Yes.
But on that show, she's a sweet little baker doing her thing and
then,
blah blah blah.
And then what other sitcom? Wait, she was another sitcom.
I never watched the other sitcom. I know of it.
Mike and Molly.
I never watched it.
Mike and Molly. She plays a super nice, sweet girl too.
So
and then all of
when
a sudden
I see
she shows up in this thing.
I'm like, that's Suki? Or in this case, Molly. And I'm like, oh my God. And I was just shocked. And this was the Melissa McCarthy.
That skyrocketed her career, man.
It made her become the go-to girl for all these things most would not dare to do because it's
everyone, like every single actor in there.
Oh yeah, Kristen Wiig. hilarious.
Real.
Oh yeah.
The scenes, like they went for, was it Polynesian food or whatever for this side, and then they all get really sick at the when they're trying on the bride's dresses.
No, Megan. No! No! Look away! Megan, no! Look away! Oh! What did we eat? The sink's a goner!
What are you doing?
It's coming out of me like lava! We have to don't you fucking look at me!
And just that whole scene, like every scene to me would normally be.
It was literally a show.
But it was like one of those things where this entire movie could have been from the groom's side, could have been a total dude show, right? But they made it from the other side, from the bride and the bridesmaids, and it was
worked.
an actual female-centric. It was from the girl's perspective. It was from the nasty girl's perspective. The nasty girl comments, everything they went through, and you know what? It was a lot of it was the shock value. It was hilarious because it was one of those moments where these women just, you know what? Sorry for what I'm about to say, but balls out or tits out, whatever you want to call it, but just went all in, right?
Yeah.
They just went all in and gave an impressive performance where I could not stop laughing. I was like, that was an awesome movie. So again, that's one of my movies I can watch over and over again, and I laugh just as much.
All right.
So great job on that.
One for me. I still have a few more because I couldn't help it. I know.
Okay, I'm done. It's now the dude show.
We talked about this one a little bit when we paid a tribute to this fallen actor. Another great Canadian.
Just so happens.
This is Norm Macdonald's Dirty Work.
Yes.
To me,
good choice.
This was... Dude and I have a special bond with this film. Is it the greatest film in the world? No. But, oh my God, this is Norm Macdonald being Norm at his best.
Yeah.
And the plot is about this guy who's... he's basically a loser in life, can't hold a job, can't hold anything, but he's really good at one thing. He's good at getting revenge on people. And not bloody violent revenge, but clever, mess with your head revenge. And he starts a business, Revenge Inc., where he'll do your dirty work. If you need to get revenge on someone, you hire him to go and do it. And, oh my God, the scene with all those dead hookers in the trunk of the car.
That's
oh my God.
I'll show you right here.
Well, you got a dead hooker in the trunk.
What? No, it can't be.
Yes, it was. It was a dead hooker.
It wasn't a dead hooker!
Pal, I know a dead hooker when I see one.
What's happening? Hey, folks, come on
Hey,
down.
hey, here's another dead hooker in this trunk.
What?
Oh, my goodness.
What are you doing?
I've never seen so many dead hookers in all my life.
It's just...
Yeah.
It was just so refreshing somehow to see. Here's this guy who's at the height of his Saturday Night Live career at this point. You know, he's the news anchor and all this, and then he goes and he does this film, and you're just like, oh my God, I laughed so freaking hard.
So folks, go check out this. It's a salute to Norm Macdonald.
Yeah.
Right. And the fun thing about this thing, if you when you go check out that episode, one of the things that I absolutely adore about this is the director. You would never believe who the director of this movie is, right?
Do you want to tell them, or do you want to keep it a spoiler?
No, I want you to go watch your episode. No, thank you. I don't want to say it.
All right,
go check it out. But everything about this movie was done right.
Oh yeah,
and it was done Norm. And again, we have a huge affinity. Like
Norm has a special place in our hearts.
Definitely big time, and still miss him.
Yeah,
immensely. And I still watch anything that's Norm Macdonald on YouTube or anything I can get my hands on. His sense of humor, I just absolutely adore.
The moth joke.
Everything about Norm Macdonald.
Oh yeah. A last one that came up to me. I remember seeing this in theaters, and there was one scene. The entire movie I enjoyed. I thought it was funny, but one scene made me laugh so hard, but I didn't dare laugh out loud for some reason. And you ever have that moment where you're just
holding it in?
You're holding it in, and your whole body just goes in spasms, and you have tears, and you're just and then you turn and you look at the guy next to you who you went to see the movie with, and they're doing the exact same thing, and you're both just like, and you just can't stop to the point where you're missing part of the movie.
Okay, what is it? I want to know.
Stars one of my favorite actors of all times. This is Steve Martin and Michael Caine in Dirty Rotten Scoundrels.
Oh my God, yes!
The scene in particular that had me in tears. First of all, if you don't know the plot, they're both con men. And one's a petty con man, one's a rich luxury con man. Michael Caine's a rich one. Steve Martin invades his territory. And they have a little duke it out at first, but then they decide to settle things by picking a mark, an heiress to, I forget what the thing is, and whoever scores her wins. So Steve Martin comes up with this brilliant plan of saying he's a war veteran who can't feel his legs anymore, and he needs a special operation. He needs money from her. And he's in a wheelchair, and Michael Caine hears about this, so he shows up as the specialist, the one doctor in the world who could help him. And then he's like, well, we need to see what's going on. So Steve Martin is sitting in the wheelchair. His legs are just exposed like that. Michael Caine, he grabs a stick. He's like, can you feel this? And he whacks him hard across the legs. And Steve Martin's just like,
how about this? Nothing? Any feelings there? No?
And I went to see that movie with Eric.
Oh my God.
And both of us, we were in freaking tears. I mean, the entire film is funny. Rupert the Monkey Boy and all these other things. But it was just
Steve
brilliant.
Martin at his best, man.
Oh yeah, Steve Martin. This is at the peak of his. Oh yeah. And so totally, they remade the film later. I forget what it's called, but they remade it with an all-female cast.
Yeah, but even at that, originally it was a French movie.
Yeah,
like
but
France.
This is such a great version of this story.
Well, with those two actors.
Oh yeah.
Again,
classic.
It's one of those things where both actors were at the pinnacle of their careers.
Oh yeah.
And the performances, and they went all out for this.
They went all out.
It was unreal.
Anyways, so those were our picks, and I'm sure there's tons more. We want to hear, what are your picks?
Yeah.
What do you think is the must-see comedy?
What do you recommend to friends and family that you absolutely need to see? Stuff that you remember, or things that you still enjoy watching again today. You've been watching it for the last 10, 20 years, and you still watch it, and it's still enjoyable. Let us know what your picks are.
And subscribe.
Oh my God, that's awesome!
And like and share.
Like and share.
I love these episodes right here. Oh yeah.
Hell
we can
yeah.
do that again and
do
again
that,
and again.
That would be very, very nice. Sharing is caring, right? Share. Put up. Sharing is caring. So we do this for you because we enjoy our time. Do the same for us. Sharing is caring. Subscribe. Just hit that notification button. You'll know when we have new episodes, but it's really easy for us because every single Thursday a brand new episode comes out just for you. All right. Well, part of it's for us too, but
it's our therapy Thursday after all.
To share it is therapy Thursday.
And on that note,
that's a fantastic question, by the way.
See you next Thursday. Thank you,
next
Stephanie.
time.
Bye.
Thanks, Steph. Cheers.